Hello, my name is T-Bone and welcome to my guide for new players to old school RuneScape. First, head to runelite.net and begin to download a 32-bit, 64-bit, Mac OS or Linux client to play old school RuneScape. This is an unofficial client, but it has many more features compared to the official client done by Jagex. So after you download your client, you'll open it up and you'll get to this menu. You'll have two options. There's the new user option and existing user option. Since this is your first time playing old school RuneScape, we're going to click the new users option. After we click that, we'll get to Jagex's sign up sheet. So type in your email, and then after you type in your email, then you'll have to type in a password and a date of birth. After you finish, you'll get this welcome screen. How nice. Now you can download Jagex's client, but since we've downloaded Runelite already, you don't need to worry about it, and we'll stick with the Runelite client for this video. So click out of your web browser and you'll be ready to get started. So we're back into Runelite and here we are. The first thing we're going to look at is different worlds. There are silver worlds and then there are also gold worlds. The silver worlds are for free-to-play players. That means it costs nothing and this is your demo to try out the game. However, the gold worlds are pay-to-play worlds, which have more content. There are many different types of worlds as well that can be done by activity, also by the amount of skill level that you have, by ping, and more that can be categorized as a feature within Runelite. See, it already is pretty useful, hey? Also, you can click on the world button to line things up by the world number. As you can see, there are many different types of worlds and activities that can be done, but as a new player, we're going to focus on finding a silver free-to-play world with low ping. So click the ping option and find a silver world that works best for you, and let's get started. So we've already made it there. We can confirm that our world is correct, and let's click existing user. So let's type in our login email that you decided to create your account with, and then after you do that, let's type in our password. When we type in our password, we're going to get started at Tutorial Island. Tutorial Island looks just like this, and you're going to have many different ways to make a display name. Now they can only be limited to 12 characters, so choose something that works for you. After you choose one, you can click the lookup option, and if it doesn't have it, you can try again. So my name is unfortunately already taken, so we're going to have to do something else. What should it be? Alright, looks like I'm just going with the one that Jagex has, and we're going to use that as our name for the game. So let's get started and set our name. So after we set our name, we can customize our character with many different options. You can customize their hair, everything that you can possibly imagine with the selections that Jagex has given you. You can make yourself funny, silly, serious, cool, whatever else that you feel reflects your personality in this game. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun, and you're gonna see what I have right now. And boom, here we are. So I am ready to rock and roll, and let's get started. So the first thing we do is we click the menu and we click on the arrow above the guy. He's going to tell us a little bit about the game, how to play, and explain that RuneScape is a point-and-click adventure game. So as new players, let's select that we are the new players. Boom. After that, you'll see a yellow arrow glow, and you'll click and go through the door. See the man with the yellow arrow above his head? Give him a click and you'll run towards him now. When playing the game, you can adjust the camera in many sorts of ways. You can use the arrow keys to move the camera, or you can click the middle mouse button of your mouse and move your mouse to rotate the camera as such. Alright, now that you've figured out how to use the camera, let's click on the man with the glowing arrow above his head. After that, he's going to teach us about fishing. So let's click the brown bag at the bottom of the screen, click the small fishing net, and click the shrimp square so we can begin fishing. Now that we have caught a shrimp, we'll talk to him again, and he's going to give us more materials. He's going to give us first an introduction to stats. So there are many different stats within the game, and fishing, cooking, firemaking, wood cutting are some of the free-to-play stats. So let's explore wood cutting. First, get your axe that you already have and start cutting down the tree with the arrow above it. Then click your tinderbox, click the logs, and you're going to light a log. After you light the logs, click your shrimp and then click on the fire and you will cook it. If you burn the shrimp, that's okay, don't worry, you can click on the shrimp spot and cook again. If not, click on the gate and go around to the north. And let's click on the next door so we can go to the next area and learn. This is a chef. He's going to give us a little bit more in-depth look at cooking. So one of the things that he will do is talk about combining items such as the wheat and the water to make dough, which can be cooked on bread. This is something that exists all throughout RuneScape with many different types of recipes such as tuna potatoes, cheese potatoes, cakes, pizzas, and many different types of food can be made within the cooking skill in the game. So congratulations, you just made your first combination cooking combo, which is some bread. Now, food in the game is incredibly important and something to remember because when you eat food, that heals your character's HP, which can be seen in the top right corner. That is red. Next, we are going to talk about quests. There are many different quests in the game, and there are something that should definitely be considered as a free-to-play player and as a pay-to-play player. Quests unlock different experience rewards and many different types of content for early, middle, and late game in RuneScape. They are incredibly important. So, as you click to go beneath the underground of the game, we're going to work a little bit more on some more skills, which are our mining skill. So we're going to click on the rocks and we're going to mine some material. Then we're going to head east and mine some more material. And just like cooking, you can combine these two materials to make bronze. Now, smithing and mining are good starting materials if you're a player, but another option to consider to get items is actually through player-to-player trading and through a device called the Grand Exchange, which we'll explain in another video. As with smithing, you have to go to an anvil, have a hammer, have a smelted bar that you get from using the furnace, and you can make your own weapons, such as the dagger here. Once you've made this item, please go east and you'll go through the gates and you'll talk to the combat instructor. The combat instructor is going to teach us two different types of combat. First, he's going to teach us about the items that you can equip on your character. So there are many different types such as necklaces, boots, rings, shields, ammo, and more. First, you will show off the dagger that you made, and he's going to laugh at you, which, how nice, and instead give you a sword and shield. How nice. Go inside the gate, and once you go inside the gate, you're going to kill one of the large rats. After you kill one of the large rats, you're going to step outside of the gate and talk to the combat instructor for a second time. When attacking, you're going to have attack, strength, and defense, different styles of attack that you can go through. The attack raises your attack accuracy. Your strength is the number that you'll hit, and the defense is how much defense you have in a roll against an opponent to prevent damage from occurring. Now that you talk to him a second time after killing the rat, you cannot go back inside of the gate, but rather you have to click your inventory, and then you have to equip your bow and arrow, and you have to shoot one of the rats. By default, the game will have you in the accurate position, which will give you a few points of bonus range accuracy for you to hit your opponents. We might try to remember this when doing early range training, as this will help speed things up. Next, as you kill the rat, head north up the ladder that is glowing, and voila, we are heading to banking. Banking is one of the most important features in the game for RuneScape. Banking allows you to store all of your materials inside of the bank. You click one of the items in your inventory to do just that. Next, there's polling. Within polling, you can vote to contribute to content within the RuneScape community. As you can see, polls happen frequently throughout the game, and players truly get to decide what comes into the game. So let's click east, go through the door, and talk to the next instructor. So we'll talk to him, and he's going to explain about the many different things that you can do within your content. Some of these things include bonds. Bonds can be used to pay for membership within the game without actually using real-world currency. Bonds can also be used as a way to change your character's name if you don't like it in the future, and bonds can be traded amongst friends and other players in the game, and it's something to keep in mind. Also, as a friendly little reminder, if you can, please consider setting a account password or a PIN number for your bank. By doing so, it allows you to secure your items if you've played this game for a long period of time. Next, as we head south and west into the church, we're going to talk to the monk. We're going to learn a little bit about prayers. Now, prayers have bonuses that can be applied to your character while in combat that allows you to do more damage, prevent taking damage from either ranged attacks, mage attacks, or melee attacks. Next, we're going to head south through the door, and we are almost done. We're going to head southeast, and we're going to talk to the mage trainer. The mage trainer is going to give us what are called runes. There are many varieties of runes in this game, such as mind runes, air runes, and a plethora of different types of runes that exist within this game. Because of that, we have to remember that to cast spells in this game, you do not have it as a skill, but you can use it through items, and those items obviously are runes. Some runes can be very affordable, such as your air runes or mind runes, or some can be very expensive as you progress later into the game. So cast Airstrike onto the chicken, and let's talk to the magic instructor again. So after we talk to the instructor one last time, we are going to head out into the rest of the game. So this is the basic map, which we are at Lumbridge. Now, as a new player, Jagex has set up a friendly system for you to begin the game, and these are basic little achievements. The achievements will tell you many different ways that you can progress throughout the game, and in the next video I will help you achieve these achievements so you can have a nice, fun, fresh start on your account. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.